Welcome. I am just going live here. Going live on my lovely platform. I think we'll do some readings today. So let's see where that goes. I'm just always open with the flow. Okay, putting on this chill music here while we just kind of wait to go live on some of the platforms here. Okay, looks like we're live. Hello. All right, just bringing in this Thursday. Just letting the music take me right now. It's been one of those weeks. If you know, you know. Just going live on YouTube and Facebook here. And just seeing what comes up. I'm going to do some messages here. I will start off with collective while I just kind of wait to see who comes in. So come on in if you want, or if you're looking for a reading or some clarity. We just got out of this, let's just say, magical eclipse. I feel like the eclipse season really brought up opportunities for people to choose themselves, right? So I'm definitely feeling that. So come on in if you are feeling like you have been experiencing a week. I am here with you. We're gonna dive in. We're gonna see what is going on. So right now we're just jamming out. We are just jamming out here, guys. Come on in. Ooh. I'm gonna pull some cards here. Just gonna get the flow going. I love this here. So I'm gonna pull this beautiful deck here. Hello. Okay, I think we're finally live on YouTube. Hey guys. Hello. It's been a minute. Just live here. I'm doing some. Let me turn the music down. I'm just. All right. There we go. I'm just playing some chill music. We're going to do some messages here today. If you have been having a week, let me know where you are from. And of course, we have beautiful comments here, as always. Hello. Yeah, just gonna pull some cards here. I love when my YouTube shows up. I love it. I've been so active on YouTube lately. So just gonna pull some cards here. If you feel like you've been having a week and you are like, what is going on with this energy? If this showed up on your page and you're like, why is this lady showing up on my page? Let's dive in. I mean, you're already here, right? So let's see what wants to come out. And I was kind of saying before, I have not, I'm doing well. I have not seen the movie that you were talking about. So I'm not familiar, but if it is good, yeah, I'm doing well. I am doing well. Well, it's been a week. So if I'm going to be authentic here, it's definitely been a week. But I'm navigating it. Yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know where you're from. Put something in the chat, just kind of like a general wherever you're from. Um, I don't know if you're in the US. I'm in the US in Arizona here. So lots of love to wherever you are, and we're gonna start to pull some cards here. See what is going on. Yeah, it's about it's all about the energy. It's all about reading cards. You're saying that movie is about reading cards. Nope, I have not. So, but yeah, let's just go in. Let's go into the flow of this week as people coming in and out. Give me a follow here. Give me a subscribe. My goal is getting to 500, and I am almost halfway there. So give it, and that's on YouTube, but give me a follow on Facebook too. I do lots of free events, guys. So you're going to want to tap into my channel, sign up for my newsletter. And yeah, awesome. Well, I hope your journey to Arizona is beautiful. I mean, it's still hot here. I'm not going to lie. I think today was like over 100 still. So, but yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm glad we have some people here in the US. And just getting into the flow here. Oh, I love this card coming out here. Alignment. All right. So this has actually been a really big, it's always a big aspect for me, but I was talking about before making choices for us, right? What is for our highest good? What is actually for us, right? Choosing us. And yes, we are a collective. We do have other relationships. We do work with other people. Sometimes things fall out, right? Things fall and are released. And so this is really for the collective here who feels like they're making strides, who also can feel like things have felt a little bit bumpy lately. I'm hearing things in the next week or two kind of start to smooth out and really things start to unfold more with understanding on why things are going the way they're going, right? So sometimes the universe kind of works in awesome ways, but you may not understand it at that point in time, right? I'm in a mindset of usually like, who are we? How do we unfold? Things happen typically for a reason, right? Kind of that flow there. So if you've been feeling like you're you are just, I'm not sure why all of this is happening to me lately, and all of this is happening, I can say, I'm telling you, for the collective here, people who are either here coming in and out or rewatching this, things are happening for your alignment. So sometimes there's space that's being created so that whatever wants to come in has the room to come in, right? If we don't have that space for that abundance to come in that is in alignment, right? If we don't have that space, it's not that it won't come in, but right, you're kind of attracting what you are, where your alignment is, where your frequency is. So if we're holding on to things that are not in alignment and things that are not serving us, that can sometimes create cosmic events that kind of just, the universe kind of pushes it in that direction. So if you felt like that's happened to you the last few weeks, I hear you. I hear you, but this is what is coming up. There's a lot of alignment here, and it's feeling really good for our highest good. I don't know if anyone is resonating with that. Feel free to type in, seeing just people come in and out, and I'm glad you guys are here. Right now, I'm just doing a collective. So hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Would appreciate it as I just kind of see what else is here. I also get my ears are kind of itchy. It's my right ear, but um, it feels like it's really connected to intuition here, and it's connected to listening to yourself. Like, I feel like people are getting signs even, and they're kind of just maybe even ignoring it a little bit. Like, oh, that's not a sign, that's just coincidence. Or I don't know if anyone's seeing any numbers repeating. I'm seeing like twos and fours in my head. So they're just kind of repeating over and over. And so sometimes it's coming to us for that moment to see what is happening in this moment. There's some synchronicity, and is there a meaning here? Sometimes things happen and it may not have a meaning or a purpose, and we don't want to make it fit. But if there's something here in this present moment when we're seeing this, that's when we get really, really present within. We say, okay, what is this? What is this that is coming through? And then kind of go from there. Because I really feel like we are getting messages here and we're not listening. So there's a little bit of itchiness there, which went away after I kind of said that and called it through. So there's definitely someone in the collective or a few people that could resonate with. So the big thing coming through, nourish. Okay. I mean, this is so many things here, right? We have this earth here, we have this water, we have, to me, like the sky and the air kind of coming in, right? This light, this fire, all the elements here. And it's really important at this time as we are going through transition, right? As we're talking about releasing things that aren't in alignment. It's a transitionary period. So, we could have emotions come up because it could feel like grief and loss, because in ways, right? If there is something that we're losing and we're releasing, right, there's the human side of us, the process, and part of that is nourishing the body. So I always say getting really, really deep within this body, being really present in the moment, and saying, hey, what is it that I need at this moment? Like asking your inner child, asking yourself, okay, what do I need? And allowing that first thing to come out. If that means more rest is okay. If you can afford to kind of give yourself all of these things, and it doesn't need to be expensive, it could just be time, extra time to allow transition to navigate and come in and allow ourselves to really fully process what's going on, so that when we step into this alignment, that we're fully accepting it, that we're not kind of in between, which in a transition time, it can feel like that, right? But as we're releasing and letting go and shifting, now we're like, okay, what is it that I'm not processing? What is it that I'm not giving to my body here? And allow yourself to give that to yourself. This is definitely, if not, it's speaking to everyone here, because we could always use a little more tender loving care, right? In our life. But now is the time that if you have any doubt, don't just move into that. I'm also seeing people, which could also mean kind of getting present, but I'm seeing like massage. I'm just seeing kind of like a vision of massages. And a lot of times when we are getting that touch and we're in that moment, we're present. So we're feeling what's going on, and we're allowing ourselves to also release, because our body holds so much in there. So I don't know how much this is resonating with you guys so far, but I'm just kind of flowing with it here. And there's just a lot of angst, and I even feel a little bit of anxiety coming through. So just start to feel into this moment, guys, and feel into your heart here. Okay, just allow yourself to drop in deeper. Even close your eyes if that feels right, as you put your attention to your heart space. All the energy that's there is moving moving in and out, flowing with unconditional love that you are choosing in this moment to give yourself because it's a choice, right? So just allow yourself to receive right now. Just moving some of that energy through here. Just allow that to start to move down to that solar plexus, that stomach, down to that root, down into your legs, to your feet, and into the ground. Anything that's not serving you is being released right now. Now put some attention to that side area too. Just send it the utmost confidence and self value worth here. And just breathe that into that stomach area, pushing any excess energy down, down to your legs, into your feet, into the ground. And just start to bring some awareness back to the room, guys. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It feels like there's probably a few people um, that have had some anxiety over the last few days. So there was just some of that energy in that body. So I feel things in the body. I have things drop in intuitively. In my mind's eye, I see things. I hear. Sometimes I smell. Taste hasn't been on one of the things that comes in really a lot lately, but there is definitely a lot of energy in those areas, in the heart and in the solar plexus, in that stomach area. And so it was like, as I was looking at and kind of helping with this release, I was feeling like a resistance, like, no, if I release this, that means like a cycle has ended or we're moving into a new chapter, and I don't know if I want to do that yet. And one of the messages coming through is like, you don't have to make maybe that decision, right? But in this present moment, like when, and that goes back to the nourishing card that I just had before I shuffled it in, of course. But going back to like looking at what we need in this present moment. And so sometimes the worries of like the future, right, can feel overbearing, but we're not actually making the decision at this moment. So releasing any hold to that anxiety, because that anxiety can kind of take a hold over our power, right, and kind of like spiral out of it. And I can say I've been there for sure. And so just as we kind of move through that energy, it just kind of really allowed, okay, we're here in this moment. We're present, we're releasing. And I really felt this a big release there too. I was channeling some light language as well, where I was just signing. I wasn't speaking, and just kind of help to move that through with some of the other modalities that I do work with. So hopefully, if anyone was feeling anxiety today, or lately, hopefully that helps move some of that energy. What's also really good to help move that energy too is because I'm hearing the word like stagnant. So even if we're not feeling maybe like anxiety in this very moment, or feeling the stresses and worries like in this very moment, our body and our nervous system can hold on to that. So sometimes it's just moving the body, even if it's like 10, 15 minutes of just walking. right? And just to let that body, let that move through so that energy isn't stagnant in the body. And then whatever we're processing and releasing, we're moving through. And we're just following that energy and letting that go through. So that's at least some of the message coming through is that just to get and move that body a little bit more. It doesn't need to be strenuous. It could just be a walk. And even too, which I can say I've been doing this myself, I see cleaning around the house. So if you have been cleaning or if you felt like, oh, I want to be cleaning, give it a try because it helps move a lot of energy. And so believe it or not, right? Like, but if you have energy that's stagnant, right, I do, you can either do like a little pinch of salt and like put it into different spaces that kind of help there. Hello. Or you can do put some salt in water and just spray that kind of in the area in the vicinity. That helps them move some of that there. Hey there, Lindsay. Welcome, welcome. Just doing some messages here. So just seeing what is coming through for the collective there. And just I was playing some chill music before and then I had to turn it off. I don't know if you guys heard me, but we're pulling some more cards here, just seeing where this goes, seeing what is happening here. So, yeah, okay. Well, give me a follow there. If you are loving what you're seeing, give me a follow or subscribe to my channel. I am almost halfway to my goal on my YouTube channel, so I would love any support. I love this coming up here, if you guys can see that. Okay, I was literally talking about this before. So, and I know like a lot of people just kind of flooded into this space here, so you might have missed it, but that message was coming through before for a reason and just kind of channeling in. And so basically we're about creating space now. So if you've been in a moment of like, okay, there's a lot that's moving out of my life right now, what is it doing? It's creating this space, guys. So if you don't have space for like abundance to come in, it's not necessarily going to come in, right? So everything that's kind of been being released is for your highest good, and now it's kind of like a redirect, a soul redirect there, where now you're like, oh, okay, it's a perfect time to see what is this that now is maybe even coming in. So I love it. This creating space is huge here. It's pivotal for our personal growth, right? When things leave, we pull things in that are more aligned. So what I will say too is if you are seeing things that are being released, what I'm seeing come through is gold. I'm seeing the color gold come through. And I don't know if you guys play with color if you do meditate. If you don't, you can do it for like a 2-minute, like close your eyes and visualize gold coming in. So now that we've released and we're creating space, now what do we fill it with? Right? So color takes up a frequency there. Color takes up many, I mean, every color has some sort of frequency. And so this gold coming in, this godlike frequency, right? This beautiful, just pure energy coming in. We can visualize that coming into our field and just allow our field to kind of help balance out, but bring in our highest abundance, right? So keep that in mind when things are releasing, right? What are we filling it with? Now we do want to also process, right? But we're like things are ebbing and flowing so quickly that we want to be able to like make sure that we're present enough to see the opportunities that are also there at the same time while processing, right? Hey there, we have a lot of we have a lot of action in the chat here. So glad you guys are having so much fun here. Let me just pull some more cards here for the collective. If you are new, give me a subscribe. Um, if you're on my channel, give me a follow if you're on Facebook. And there's so much there, so much free stuff coming out on my podcast coming out tomorrow. And I'm on a goal, guys. So if you are like, I think I like her, give me a follow and a subscribe because I'm looking to get to 500 subscribers. So almost halfway there. And I am loving it. And I am not really sure all of the gifts being put in the chat, but I appreciate it. So thank you. We're keeping it interesting. What else is coming up? Wow. Okay. Inward revolution, guys. All right. This is your moment. So we can choose today. We can choose to be in this moment, to see what's coming in, to hear it, to feel it. And the only way that we can do that is by going inward, right? I mean, someone else isn't going to feel it for you. I can tell you that. I mean, if you project what you're feeling, that's great. But right, the work happens internally here. The work happens now in this moment. And so this inward revolution is actually kind of a really powerful card. For some reason, I'm seeing Archangel Michael's sword come in here. And so I'm actually seeing a big clearing. So I channel in different beings, and I hold that energy and that frequency here. So for some reason, we're having this big release here, guys. So if you are comfortable, just kind of close your eyes. Right? We're gonna use this sword here. We're gonna use Archangel Michael's sword to do this big release. We are cutting cords, okay? We are releasing people and situations. So just let whoever or whatever the situation is just kind of come up right now. Okay, just let that come up. And just see this big sword coming through just to help to release any energetic ties just for today, to allow you to step into this big release, anything that is not serving you. And as we are releasing those cords, we're pulling all of the pieces to make sure we get every aspect of these cords. We're starting to see white light come through, starting from the top of your head there. So allow that crown and that head to open up. Maybe you're visualizing it as a flower, just opening up, allowing that white light to just come in with this clearing energy, filling all of those spaces with pure, clear energy here. Just washing over that third eye, that forehead, that throat, that heart, that stomach, that root, flowing down to your legs, flowing out to your arms and your fingertips. Every ounce of your cells are covered in this white clearing energy here. Just bring some conscious awareness back to this room. And when you are ready, open up your eyes. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. I'm glad. There was just this huge, huge, huge release. So whoever is kind of finding this video, this live here, guys, if this is a message for you, I'm hearing about like there's a lot of purging and releasing going on right now, which is good, right? Because it's all about creating this space and this abundance to come in. Right. So hopefully that you felt some of that move. I was just channeling some light language as well as we were working with Archangel Michael to help cut energetic cords to people and places and just allowing us to be in our own energy for this moment. Right. That's important to be here in this present moment so that we can see the opportunities coming into us. And I can speak from a little bit of experience. Just recently, some things that I decided to professionally let go of. And it was funny because out of nowhere, I had someone reach out and provide another opportunity for me that was more in alignment. So I'm just saying, guys, it works, right? But it's also us doing that inner work, right? That inward revolution. It's like, but hopefully I didn't shuffle that card in yet, like I did last time. So this inward revolution, that's, you know, that is the important aspect here. So but yeah, so guys, let me know if you have any questions, put it in the chat. If you are new here, give me a follow. If you're on my YouTube, give me a subscribe there. We just kind of flow in and out of channel messages today. So I work with the Akashic realm, and that includes your Akashic records. So I'm right now in my own Akashic records, and I'm in what's also called the Book of Truth. So I'm also channeling and working with the laws of the universe. I'm working with a high frequency here. And as you can see, what flows in and out is different light beings, different benevolent beings. And that allows for whoever is here, that vibration of what's being pulled in is relative to the collective here, either here or kind of watching it back. So that's a little bit about what I do. I do a lot more, but I do actually have a free, if you guys are interested, I have a free workshop coming up. It's a third eye activation and workshop. So if you go to my website there, guys, you can subscribe once you get on. If you hit that subscribe or like the pop up to my newsletter, you'll also get this via email. But it's going to be free third eye activation because I have a series coming up where we're going to activate and go through everything from your earth star chakra all the way up to your soul star chakra, and they're every day for it's like 9 days we're doing activations. And so definitely this one is free, so you kind of get to know who I am. Right, because you're like, who is this person showing up? Yeah, okay. So yeah, give that a follow there. And let me see, we have a question here. So I'm going to do some personal readings. We're just kind of flowing into that there. So Michelle, you look familiar. I'm not sure, but if you aren't currently subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe as that energy exchange there. I would really appreciate it. And then I'm feeling this deck coming up here. I'm going to switch decks here. So you want to, some guidance regarding moving on from your current location. Okay, so let me tap in here. Let me just kind of see what is up and just see where we go. Okay, so So the one thing that's coming up here, Michelle, is, and Jessica, I see your question there. So just give me a few minutes, or just so we just get started here, and Michelle give it a chance for the energy to flow through. Um, there's a big thing coming up when I connect to your energy, Michelle. I'm getting a bit of a tickle, and a bit in this throat space. So to me, there's a lot that's feeling like this connection to like not expressing myself on the matter. Um, and my body is like, it just, everything feels out of alignment with that. It feels like that is something where if I feel like if I expressed it, like I feel like I would explode. So I don't know if it's just more of a anxiety, or like I got a little bit of frustration and a little bit of anger there. So maybe there could be something around the situation, or like why things aren't happening and unfolding as you would want. Um, I heard too about like your abundance. So is there anything there that you are having challenges with finding the whether it's abundance of having the right spot open up, I just heard, like in the right area, or the money to like move. Um, there's something there that's tied to your abundance. So, and I'm just hearing opportunities that help navigate and work um, with manifesting. So I don't know if you do manifest, but you could switch up that energy pretty easily. There's a bit tied here to like deserving, like worthiness here. So there's a lot of a subconscious energy. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of subconscious energy here that feels like it's tied to like, um, do I really deserve all of this? And so sometimes when the reason why I said subconscious is because I don't know if you actually physically think those things, but sometimes when we have these mindsets that are in the subconscious, they act out in certain ways. So like I'm hearing about like delay. Like I don't know if you're delaying something or something's being delayed, but there's opportunities to switch up that energy by kind of like um, feeling into that worthiness there. So let me just see here. I'm pulling a few cards for you. Um, okay, and so I just pulled a couple cards. It's we're opening to discovery, um, powerful move. And the big thing I want to say here is wish upon a star. So this is showing up here like as a challenge for you. I kind of usually flow and read that way, or if like I pull cards, that's kind of how things will kind of come out. And so this goes back to manifesting. Okay, this is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity, right? Because it now, if you kind of, if we're identifying things, we can switch up this energy. I'm also hearing like, is where you're looking to go in true alignment? Because sometimes we say we want something, but it's like, is that really what our true higher selves want, or is that kind of just like, maybe what we feel the next step should be? So I'm hearing about like reassessing um, all of the parts here, all of the pieces here to this, and just kind of I'm here giving yourself grace too. Like it feels like there's a lot that like I'm just seeing things pile up more and more. They're just throwing like stacks and stacks and stacks on books, and giving yourself grace, allowing yourself to feel that moment there, and allowing yourself to then move that energy, like helping to move that energy. You can do some breath work here too, to get into that flow of like allowing what feels really aligned to come up and move through that body. So even if you did like not intense breath work, like if you're just like a little bit heavier breathing in and out of the mouth, and then if you do that for a few minutes, then you kind of just get into this flow of like you're in that flow. right? So you're more into this alignment, you're into this intuition. And so now this is the time where you can really claim and like manifest. And you could do it at any other time, but I'm just seeing this help you get into that flow. And so you're visualizing what it is that you want and you're switching up that energy. So you can kind of even say, like, I'm the one who's moving into this a beautiful apartment. I'm the one who's working with this nature that's all filled throughout that apartment. I see a lot of green there. So there's just that element, that earth element that's really important to help ground you. So that's why I said that there. But it's really kind of a fun time to get playful with allowing like what wants to come out, and you start to visualize that and see that and feel it, like that excitement in it. So when you shift that energy, the energy of you getting to that point opens up. That energy and that flow opens up, and before we know it, like things happen. For some reason, like I'm hearing 1 and 3 months. So if there's any correlation to how long that you've been looking to make this kind of change here, if that's like one of them, and then it feels like one of them is like how long it may take, fully, either from now or from when you started. So I'm just hearing like things are happening soon. You're making them happen here. So I don't know if that's making sense, because I know I said a lot there. But and I'm feeling that throat open up there too. So I'm glad to hear that, or I'm glad to that throat is opening up. I'm just gonna pull another card here, one more card here for you here, and then okay. So the other thing too here is the exposed and revealed card is coming out. This is really about exposing and revealing what you truly want, right? So you are feeling out of alignment, and that is good, but like, what does alignment feel like? And go into the depths of that to allow that to unfold and manifest. And then I'm hearing like get out of your head with it. So going into that breath work is really going to help that flow come through. So hopefully that helps and that makes sense there. I'm going to move over here to, if you are still here, Jessica, let me know. If you are still here, just put a yes, just so I know before I go into that energy here. And as we are waiting, guys, I have a third eye activation. I feel like about a few weeks. Okay. Yeah. It feels like I said, there were I had a couple things, a couple months there. It feels like a full inception, yeah, of how long things will take. But you can manifest things sooner. So just that's why, like everything, the future is always flowing, because we have this free will to switch up the energy and make things happen. So that makes sense. And okay, so you're here there, Jessica. Awesome. So whoever's here, guys, take if you can, subscribe to my channel. I would super appreciate that. And you can always adjust the notifications too if you want to see like when I go live, or when I post content, or just or none of that. And then you can kind of go to my channel in the future whenever you want. That is there too. So I see your question here. You're interested in energy healing. Okay. It's very interesting that you are here in this live. I don't feel Reiki either. It doesn't mean, sometimes when we just kind of take that step into the mirror of my stories coming up here for a reason. They're wanting me to kind of talk about it. So I was feeling that I was going somewhere with energy as well, and energy healing. And I was like, no, you know what? It's not Reiki. Like I don't resonate with it. Um, and so I had someone suggest to me, and all this whole story is coming through. They were like, "Well, and they agree. They're like, "Yeah, I don't feel like that's either," but they didn't really know what else really it could be. So they said, "Well, you can just go and get the Reiki one attunement." So I got the Reiki one attunement, and I had set up to do ayahuasca. A week later, or I didn't know I was going to get in, and I was eating really clean because I was manifesting that it was going to work out, and I did, and I started channeling in light language there. So, are you familiar with light language? Because I feel that for you. I feel more in the hands, but then to the throat. I feel there's opportunity in your throat to move to transmute some of the things there, but I do see you speaking light language eventually. So are you familiar with light language? I'm actually gonna, while I wait for you, if you are familiar with light language, let me know. I'm gonna pull a couple cards here. And this other deck, which is actually more of the energy deck. So, and if you aren't, I will explain what that is. So that's why I'm asking. Let me pull a couple cards here while I just kind of wait. Oh. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm getting a general sense for you. I actually keep hearing play 18 come in here, and that was the card that I saw that was flipped up while I picked up my cards on the floor. But let's see what comes out for you here, because I'm getting some guidance to go to these cards for a reason. Yeah, I see you speaking light language, but I see you. Okay, I see you moving with your hands. We're also going to do a little bit of activation here too, in a brief moment here. So, okay, just see here. Awesome. All right, so we have a couple cards coming out here. Lemurian seed codes. There's a lot here. This is definitely connected to you and your Lemurian ties. It's funny enough, then we have Atlantis coming out here, memories of Atlantis. There is energy connected to light language here. I feel like these are going to kind of be some of your first ones that kind of come through. And there's a big piece here too that's even like the heart chakra. It's connecting to this gentle, compassionate energy of the Lemurian energy, channeling in that for the collective and really holding that space for others. But first, it comes from within you, is what I'm hearing, right? Which is always how it works. But for this energy to flow effortlessly is us embodying it. So, I'm just hearing some light language come through, so I'm going to channel it right here. Feel free to close your eyes, and anyone else too that wants to as well. But just take a moment to connect to that heart space. Yasuko dea seke ako disia katao dea seke ako dea kao suko dea. Disikia to suko dea sikia. Sikio ko do sikitea sukutea sikitea ko kasia ko sitia kata sikitea kuto sikia wasiata sikitea suku. Let that energy flow through that heart space here to every ounce of that body. Just take a few breaths here. Take some deeper breaths. Kisikio koko sitia sikia ko sitia te to disikia dosia. Yesukutu yasikete yokutu yasikia okoto sieta okusikia kiesikia utu sikiataha. Connect to this green energy just flowing into that heart space. Kusikete okoto sikete oko kiesikiate oko desia. Just allow that to just flow freely through your body. Just bring some awareness back to the room. When you're ready, open up your eyes. Awesome. I don't know how that felt, but I kept hearing activate, activate, activate. Um, what I see you doing is I see your comment there, William. Just get to you in another minute or so here. Jessica, I see your hands moving here. So see them just kind of, yeah, working in a heart coherence specifically. I'm not sure what that is, but the way that I saw it was this green energy was flowing into that heart. The light language was channeling in through. I was hearing it, right? I was kind of hearing that in my head here. But that light language, yeah, yeah, the crown will just pop for just a moment, right? To allow us to be to receive. But that green energy was flowing through that heart like so effortlessly. And I kept hearing about presence, being really present and just allowing that and receiving that, right? Like I said before, this is coming up again, right? For us to embody that love and that heart space, we feel that and then we hold this higher or bigger capacity to hold that for others. So what I'm hearing is your body is ready, like you are ready. It's just more like taking that step. Do you draw by any chance? I see your hands moving, and I see like the flow of moving with music too. So if you do feel like that coming through, like that's a good way to get the energy going. Is sometimes we can be a little resistant to light language. I can fully speak with that. And it actually kind of physically hurt the throat a little bit when I kind of was like, no, I don't wanna like this is all in my head. And so I think that's why they're showing this like embracing this flow of the music and moving the hands. Okay, so that's okay too. I'm just seeing that these hands move. So my suggestion to you is going out there and first, what I'm hearing about, because I went back to your question. You said, do you are you going to go like read on becoming an energy practitioner? I don't feel any reading. I feel you stepping into embodying this energy flow that you already have within you, this life force that you already have within you, channeling that energy through that body, letting the arms move in high vibrational music, right? So not music that has like any words that may be like that may sound bad. It's gonna be high vibrational music and words and content, and allowing that to flow through. And you might kind of start, because I kind of see my hands kind of going like this, and you might start to kind of want to do things like that. And so just let that flow. And that's kind of the first step. And I'm hearing, like when I see you do this, and when you start to do this, you're starting to embody and hold that energy. And I just see you doing that with others. So you're going to be learning about energy through healing yourself through light language and moving that direction. Now, of course, yes, you can get Reiki 1 attuned. It does give you some like basic principles of like energy. I'm just hearing discernment there. Is it feels like you have this connection, this intuition already, and sometimes, and it's okay to like have support, but um, there's something about your inner knowledge here that is so important and vital to like the future of like energy work in general. Like we have people usually have mentors and teachers, but sometimes some of those mentors and teachers are stuck in doing things a certain way. And we're heading into this Aquarian age, the Pluto shifting into back into Aquarius in November for the next 20 or so years. And this is all about innovation here. This energy is new energy. And this is the big important message that wants to come through for you. It's all about channeling in this new, I mean, it's all energy, right? It's all the same. But there's something about your inner knowingness and following that and allowing that flow. And that doesn't mean you can't have like any type of guide out there too, or like a teacher that you may kind of connect with. Um, and so definitely keep that in mind. You may want someone who kind of does something similar to kind of start to see, like, kind of give you tips on or tips or guidance on like energy principles, and allowing you to connect to your intuition so that you can develop your own connection with your guides. And maybe you're already there, but like, right, kind of develop that more. So feel free to check out my site. I do spiritual and conscious living coaching and personal Akashic readings. So yeah, yeah, there's absolutely, there's something that your guys were coming in, they're like, you have all of this inner knowledge, and because when channeling happens, what happened to me is my spirit team told me, and like this is coming out for a reason here, so it could be you and many other people here that kind of resonate. um Keep it in mind, guys. So um when we start to channel, um when we start to channel here, uh you're you're the channel, right? When we channel, you're the channel. um and anything that you hear or consume, any of your content you consume, if you listen to other channelers, if you, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but even if you're like, watching certain movies and certain things, that kind of, it all gets into the subconscious mind, right? And so the more we keep the channel clear, and that even means, yeah, that even means like teachers and spiritual teachers and mentors, right? All of that gets in here, and then we second guess, and then we, right, and then it's like kind of this, how do we place it? So my guides told me earlier this year, they're like, I've been channeling at that point, but they're like, we want you to watch your content. So unfortunately, but fortunately, I don't listen to other channelers or things like that, because now I'm at a point where it's gonna, like, keeping that vessel clear is what's really important for the message, right? Staying out of the way, and doing things to kind of help that. So definitely, I will say it's always kind of cool to have some support in a way where it's like, for me, like, I thought I was kind of, I thought I was going a little crazy. And so I was very grateful to have a mentor that was supportive, in that was the space that they were supportive in. They were like, um, they were a Reiki master, and I started channeling light language, and I was so resistant to it. But they provided that space for me to start to channel that light language there. They helped ease the tension with the energy and allow me to step into that, because I was resisting it really hard. And so having that support was still, I mean, I would never take any of that back, because um that's exactly what I needed. Not necessarily like, hey, like, go do Reiki, learn this, have your Reiki master, right, that you work with. And I'm like, no, like actually, I even disconnected from the Reiki master that attuned me. So keep that in mind. Definitely check out my stuff. I do spiritual and conscious living coaching. So if you're looking for support, and anyone here too, like that's always there. If you're always looking for support, any guidance, understanding energy principles, check out my website. It's just myawakeningwithin.com, which is on the screen. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. I know I went in a little bit more there. So if William, if you are still here, let me know. Just type a yes in the channel here. I have a couple other people after that. I see here Christy. I think just Christy after that. But if you're still here, William, let me know. And then if you could subscribe to my channel. So while I'm waiting there, guys, I've just been yeah, I see you got a lot of stuff going on there, Christy. So before I get there to you, I just want to kind of go in order, and then I will end with you, Christy. Okay, so William, you're there. So if anyone else is still here, guys, give my channel a subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. I'm looking to grow my YouTube to over 500, but that's the goal right now, and so I'm almost halfway there. Any subscribe will help, so I super appreciate it. And I see you are there, William. Okay. So you're working on raising your frequency and healing. Okay, any message for you? Okay, I love it. I love that's such an awesome question. I mean, they're all awesome questions. But yeah. Okay. So there's I don't know if you're having any sinus if I heard sinus, but it's kind of like my head started to hurt, and then it started to kind of go over here. And it's okay if not, but it just feels like there's energy there. There's a bit of busyness in that mind too. So I know you're working on, oh yeah, you're working on healing frequency in your mind. Okay. So I have your guides coming through, William. And let me know if you do have if you do say yes, and to something that I say, or if something makes sense, just like yes, head. So I kind of know what you're referring to. But so I'm having your guides come through. Yes, sinus prompts. Okay. It's related to and you are setting intention, right? And that's awesome because you're like one step ahead already. There's a lot connected. The sinus is connected to a couple things. I'm hearing about trusting yourself. Your guides are coming in hot and heavy, and they're just like, and your guides are just your spirit team. If anyone's kind of here and they're like, what is that? So we all have guides and guides, friends, spirit team that kind of like we partner with to kind of move through we move through life with. And they are coming in for you here with like, they are coming in here and saying, there's some claiming here. There's some opportunity with claiming this new life. I don't know like where you are in your kind of spiritual journey. It just feels like I see it, I want to believe it, and your guides are like, just claim it. And I know that's very broad, right? But the more that we are setting that intention, the more that we are claiming it, the more that it is happening, right? It's already happened on some level. It's us raising our vibration to that area. Now we can do things. I'm going to pull a couple cards to see what else wants to come through for you here. So we can do a couple things here to raise our vibration and get into that flow. For you, there's aside from music, and I know you were here before on me talking about this high vibrational music, and I'm hearing about singing. So I don't know if you do sing, but like singing it after we sing through a song, a high vibrational song, it's hard to be upset after you sing a song that gets you smiling, right? So that in itself raises your vibration like instantly. So that's like a must. Um, I wonder if the drawing was coming in for you before. Um, it's like this create getting more into this creative flow and out of the mind, right? So if we're in our mind, we have our mind, our logic, and we have like creative, right? So when we're in mind, sometimes what can happen is we revert back to old ways of being unconsciously, unintentionally. So even though, yes, you have intention, right? There are things that we always kind of continue to work on where we say, okay, uh, this is in the subconscious mind. Now it's coming out, and now I'm acting from it. So there's some opportunity there for you to go and do some shadow work to kind of release that, to meet those shadows, to bring light to some of the things that maybe you put away. Because the more that we shine light on that, and it's not saying it's like not serving a purpose, but it's there to help us shine this light, to help us move into who we truly are, right? In this full high frequency and vibrational space. And so if we are unconsciously and subconsciously holding on to things, we're acting out that way. We're creating a reality that way, and so sometimes it's a little bit diving deep into the unknown to kind of to let that be seen, have a voice, to feel it and process it, which is important because I don't. There's no spiritual bypassing. There's no light and love. Yes, there is, but you can't light and love a trauma. You feel it, you process it, you release it, right? And that's why this is all coming up. This is all just kind of channel messages coming up for you, like, and it's good that you are seeing some of the shadows come up. So you can do a couple things where you are journaling through it. You are putting the emotions out. You're expressing it, and then you're changing and rewriting the story, right? So we have things that have happened to us. But today, in this moment, is when we can decide to do something differently, to see and perceive it differently. But that comes with some releasing and processing. And then we say, oh, I don't need to hold on to that anymore. And maybe you didn't know that you were holding on to it. And that's all part of that unconscious and subconscious mind, right? Is we don't know what we don't know. But take a note on all the shadows that have been coming up. And one by one, not all at the same time, I'm hearing. So I don't know if you're like ambitious to kind of be like in this space and be like, it's all done, right? It's one by one, day by day. And so take a note of all the things that are coming up so you can go back to them when you're ready. Yeah, I love it. Learning to change the way that you feel. I love it because it's all this subconscious programming. So we can take affirmations. So especially as what's coming out with your shadows, what I just heard was when something comes through, just take a moment there to um, write what it is. What is the feeling? What are some of the things with it? So what is true and what are you feeling? So when we're feeling it, right, we're going to feel all the emotions. We're going to feel angry. We're going to feel sad. We're going to feel grief. We're going to feel all of this stuff, which is in reality very true to our body. The truth is that is perceptions of the past that are out of alignment, that are not in alignment with who we truly are, right? This higher vibrational being connected to source, God, universe, right? That is the truth. And so how do we, right, then say this is what we're feeling, and like say if we're not feeling worthy of something. I'm just hearing that come through. So if there's something there, well, what's something that is true, right? Well, and claim that into your reality. This is like your guide saying, claim that into your reality here. I am confident I am confident in calling in, my clients. I just heard that. So I don't know what you do, but right, I'm calling clients that are ready to do the work. Be in alignment and that like I'm confident with this, whatever it is. Look at the feeling and now look at it today. What is the truth today? Is that the fact, once you're releasing and processing it, is that you are this ultimate, um, infinite being with limitless potential. And you are limitless, not potential. You are limitless, right? So that could be a good affirmation. But getting into that reprogramming now will really help you with your frequency. So such a beautiful question. I didn't even pull a card for you. I'll pull one card. Um, well, healing. Sometimes you can't make this up. Which is that's just where that's connected to your question, right? So just like validating, like, hey, you're doing all the right things. This deeper inner shadow work is where it's at, and you'll feel that you'll be able to fly up really high and high vibrationally very easily once you keep doing the work. So hopefully that helps. And then I'll go to Christy there. Christy will be my last person here. So, but if people stick around, there's usually messages that resonate with multiple people. So, Christy, if you are not following me or subscribed, if you don't mind, if you can subscribe to my channel and just let me know yes in the chat box there. And if you can copy and paste in the one specific thing, because you had a couple things that you came in here with. Yeah, so just let me know. Yeah, just let me know the one. Okay, you are here. Awesome. Everyone else that is still here too, if you can subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm like almost halfway to my goal of getting to that 500 subscribers. I really appreciate you kind of sticking around so far. And yeah, so we'll just kind of flow into this for you, Christy, here. Your heart is hurting. Usually I do past lives when I'm in someone's personal Akashic records. Not that it won't come through, but I'm specifically, what I'm tapping into now is like your field into the present moment. And so sometimes other lifetimes will come through. So you're wondering if it's connected to, maybe, are you wondering what your feeling is connected to past lives? Sometimes it can be, but is that kind of like why you brought up past lives, where you're like, oh, is this connected to a past life? So let me know. While you do that, I'm going to pull some cards here. Okay, do you also have lower like back issues? I know I asked you a million things, but I'm feeling like I'm seeing is it the left side of your back too? Because I'm feeling that. I'm also channeling in energy as well here to help move some of that energy. So just know as stuff's coming out, there's also energy. So just being that right knee holding you back. Is your right knee? Okay, yes, you're lower. Oh, when you say yes, just what are you like? Yes, back, right? Just let me know kind of what it's there for. I'm gonna pull some cards here. Okay, and so just so you know too, like definitely trust your intuition and your gut. If you do, I have your guides coming in to make sure that I'm also not worrying you at the same time, just because I'm saying this, but because I also am not a doctor, right? If things are physically hurting you, just make sure that you uh, get it checked out if you feel that you need to get it checked out. So just FYI. And then your guides are like, make sure I'm not like concerning you, because that's not it. I just putting that out there as well. So when I connect to, okay, I do feel like your lower back is connected to another lifetime. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about. Is I work in someone's Akashic records. Right now, I'm in mine, right? So like a private Akashic session, it would be not live because there's a lot of personal, very specific details, sometimes traumas or things that come up. What a lot of people don't talk about with past lives is if something is related to a past life, other lifetimes are actually happening all at the same time. And so there's usually like something also that has happened in this lifetime that is also connected to other things in other lifetimes. So it's like kind of like when I'm in there and I open up, all of these things are happening at the same time. And so things kind of get amplified. It's kind of like my body, not my body, but like my, and not my soul, but there's a remembrance. There's an essence of remembrance on this lesson that's happening all at the same time. So it's also related to this lifetime. Not that other lifetimes aren't important, but like, and there's this big message coming through that's just like, hey, this is also related to what's happened to you in this lifetime. So that's really important when I connect, and I know I said this a little bit before too, but there's a reason there that all the people are here today. There's like messages that are going to resonate with multiple people because the vibration of who's here, right? So what I'm hearing is that there's a connection to self-worth and that heart space. Okay, there's a connection to trust. I am hearing betrayal, right? But there's a lot. What I'm hearing about, there's things in this lifetime. There are things that have happened here, certain traumas, certain things that I'm hearing that it's an opportunity for you to step into a new path, not holding on to those anymore. So it's definitely some opportunities here for you. Let me pull a couple cards here. Yeah, I do feel that lower back still. So I'm just sending you energy as I'm pulling cards here. Yeah, I'm hearing about a lot of similar messages here, guys. Trusting yourself and who you are and your purpose and who you are today and all the steps that you're taking to get there. Okay, so we have here tender embrace. Okay, we have a powerful move, and we have a great big love. Okay, the challenge is it's going to go back to that self-worth and self-love. Okay, so this is just cards coming out just to kind of come with a different way of seeing the message or hearing it. And so that heart there, right? This is the challenge here, right? What you are feeling a lot of times are physical symptoms, are related to energy, the emotional body. And so it's important to kind of look at that self-worth and self-love that you are giving to yourself, and any of that you felt that wasn't given to you, especially as a kid here. So anything that you weren't feeling there, I'm glad that you're feeling relaxed. Yeah, it's powerful energy coming through there. So it's also right, what's channeling through. Even if you're not hearing everything that's coming through, feel free to like watch this on the replay too, because we'll miss things, and there's just a lot of energy coming through with it. So even if you're like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels like this self-love and worth is just, it's like ready for the chains to be broken off. I literally just saw chains breaking and expansion of that heart. And this, like, literally your heart out of your chest, like you looking at it in the mirror and saying, wow, how beautiful that heart is, which is you, right? How beautiful you are. So there's definitely some things here with like how you're looking at your own like part in the world and who you are, and how the thing is, what I'm hearing is how you're showing up for yourself. That's the big message coming up here. Is like, because when you show up for yourself, you are validating to yourself that you are worthy, right? That's the highest form of self-love. So I don't know if there are some things where you aren't showing up for yourself, um, and it may not be clear at this moment, but just take it with you, take it back with you, and say, okay, like every day, how am I going to show up for myself today? And just set that intention there. And you might start to notice things that you may do that you're like, oh, that wasn't for like my highest good. You say, okay, I'm seeing it, and now we're switching direction, right? Because as things come in, I'm just seeing things come in, and you can like redirect your energy in that moment, right? And allowing yourself to see this new way, this new way of who you are. So yeah, so hopefully that helps. I'm gonna pull one more of these cards here, and then we'll see. I'm glad that you are feeling so much more relaxed. That back was hurting quite a bit. Yeah, learning to trust yourself. You know what? It's the biggest lesson. Let me pull this one other card here. Okay, you are the universe. All right. Um, I don't know if a lot of people talk about this or not, but like one of my beliefs and stating that out there, and my understanding of what I've learned from the Akashic, and what I truly feel is that there's source, God, universe, but that is also within us, right? I believe that because I believe I'm this infinite being. I believe this being this fractal of source, God, universe, right? Your higher power. I believe all that power is within us, right? That external, I don't usually teach from like an external, because I believe we have everything that we need within us. And I've seen it, right? But it's navigating and understanding and seeing that reflection that, right, you are the universe. So I love that this message came out, because it's starting to be like, see yourself and claim that power from within you, right? So hopefully that helped. That helped you. Feel free to check out my site, which is just myawakeningwithin.com. Anyone who's still here too, feel free to check out my site. And I do personal Akashic readings one-on-one. I do energy attunements as well. I do attunements to their aquamarine light being attunements. So the energy that I was channeling in today was light language, in addition to aquamarine crystalline light. So that's just really a higher dimensional beings that channel through and intuitively work on whatever needs to be moved through. So the attunements that I work with, at least the light being attunements, those are helping people to connect to their true essence, like who they truly are. And I always say how this feels is, if you feel like you're having trouble navigating things as they come up, right? As you're in the choppy water, and you're just like, you feel like you're going around and around and around, and the same things keep happening. It feels like you're riding more with the current, from my experience with the attunement. So you're doing things that are more in alignment with who you truly are each week, and there are 9 attunements. They all act as healing as well. So I do group attunements, which are coming up actually October 27th, and personal attunements as well. I also do angelic unity consciousness attunements, guys, and that's working with the seraphim. And so the seraphim are a higher dimensional angelics that work with unity consciousness and unconditional love. And you can even use this as in addition to your current modality, or like in your like at like towards bridging whatever you're looking to do and bring in, like use that as a modality as well. Use that for to heal yourself, or even bring out whatever else comes out, because I just see energies all being the same. It's just like how you kind of how everyone perceives it. So feel free to check that out on my website at myawakeningwithin.com under trainings. So you'll see that there. I do lots of other things. I do coaching, like I said, guys, before, but lots of fun things. And I'm going to have you see here up on the screen a third eye activation and workshop. So it's going to be free. So you're not going to want to miss this. This is, I believe, on I should know on Wednesday, the 20, I believe it's the 23rd, at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And it's a free workshop. All you do is sign up. You go to this spot here, events, under my tab. And so you'll see, if you go down to that third eye activation, I will be doing an activation for 9 chakras. And after that, but this is going to be free. We're going to have channel messages come through. We're going to have activations for the third eye. We're going to have whatever messages want to come through for that space and that area of perception. So you're not going to want to miss it because it's free, right? So if you kind of like a lot of things that I've been saying here, if you resonate, go check it out. Sign up for my newsletter. Give me a follow. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I love that. Look forward to working more with you. Oh, I love that. And dream a bigger dream for, yes, absolutely. Looking forward to working with you guys. I also have my podcast that is coming out on Fridays going forward, starting tomorrow. I have quite a few other episodes from the past that are still there. So there's a lot of content you consume on the podcast on my YouTube channel. So if you're on Facebook, you're going to want to go over to my YouTube channel, which is of course, I don't have it here, but it's youtube.com/@myawakeningwithin. And so hit that subscribe button so you get the notifications of when I go live, of when my episodes come live. And tomorrow is about a spiritual awakening. So if you guys feel like you're having a spiritual awakening, you're going to want to check it out and hit that subscribe button. So thank you guys so much. I go live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So definitely come back and follow, and I'll see you next week. So, all right, bye guys.